Hello from Bali. I am currently in Lavina and I'm right at the beach, and I would love to channel a beautiful transmission for you for your integration of your heaven on earth. And what I wanted to start this activation, I've got many activations, so allow yourself to just settle into a meditation, a relaxation. It's really about you going deep within, allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to feel the blissfulness of the pure presence of now. And so feel free to set your intention. Activation is really us unlocking the dormant and the latent potentials that live within you, your consciousness. You are already whole, you are already complete, you are already living your heaven on earth. And we are simply allowing this unfolding, this unraveling, this divine activation to move through you. So I want to remind you, you are already a spiritual master. You are already emotionally intelligent. You are already capable of everything and more. What we are doing is just allowing you to step into your highest timeline, your highest potential, your highest self without the pressure of it being something that you're not. It's all about the unraveling and the remembrance of who you truly are already. So I want you to just start breathing in and out, setting your intention should you have one, or allowing yourself to receive the codes of this transmission. You may want to be laying down and meditating and relaxing. You may want to allow yourself to find a sacred space to really absorb the codes within this container. I have your back. And I want to remind you that I truly see you, I truly value you, and I also love you. There is a divine love for you, and I just want you to know that it is unconditional. And what that means is that it's just allowing you to step into the truth of who you are as a being that is unconditionally loved, because this is a channeling. So, I am already schwitzing over here because it is like 40 degrees. So don't mind me. Allow the beautiful Bali serenity to support you in this theta state that you're in, this meditative state that you're in, where you can really transform right here, right now. I want you to let go of linear time, let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of thinking, let go of over analyzing. Recognize that the present is all that there is. Recognize that the here and now is the true reality. And let's really step into that acceptance, knowing that when we're fully immersed in the present moment, it really is blissful. It really is divine. It really is majestic. It really is peaceful. And I really want to get you to that peace and beyond. I want you to feel that heavenly frequency. But what came to me after the session that we had on activating your heaven on earth is, how about I asked the question, well, what does your version of heaven on earth look like? And can we take it to the limitless? Can we take it to the infinite? Can we take it beyond your wildest comprehension, beyond your wildest imagination? Can we expand it for you? Because what I have realized is that expansion keeps on expanding. Expansion keeps on expanding. Once you're in expansion mode, once you trust yourself, once you believe in yourself, once you have a positive mindset, once you recognize that you truly are one with all that is, you truly are infinite love, that you are love embodied, that heaven is available to you in any moment, in any given point in time. Once you realize that, it's literally expansion after expansion after expansion after expansion after expansion. And I want you to get out of your head around what that means. Okay, so don't mind me just doing a little bit of a schwitzing. So we're just going to breathe in and out. We're going to honor and cherish our humanity. We're going to honor and cherish our divinity. We're going to reconnect with the earth and ground. We're going to really admire and devote to ourselves right now. There's so much, we give so much of our devotion out to external forces, sources, or an internal heart space. And yet, I want all that devotional energy that you put out into the world to really pull back into you. So that's my intention, that you are full of divine love and that you recognize that everything that you experience that is divinely loving and divinely blissful is really just the mirror reflection of the love that you are. So well done in activating your heaven on earth. And let's identify, write it down. What does that mean for you? Because everyone's version of what heaven on earth is different, because we are all unique soul blueprints. And we've got to claim and own that for ourselves. We've got to own who we are and own what is our version of heaven on earth on a physical, emotional, mental, spiritual level. For me, I'm having a romance with life and with the divine. Um, that's my heaven on earth. That everything is just a devotional energy, and it's not to say that like, like let's expand your idea of what that means. Like holistically speaking. So we're going to start the activation. I'm going to explain everything. But before we start this activation, I do want you to write down, what does heaven on earth actually mean to me? And what does it really look like, sound like, feel like? You know, what does it look like in relationships? What does it look like in my career? What does it feel like in my personal relationship with God, with the divine, with nature? What does it look like with my home? What does it look like in all aspects of my life, in my friendships? And we are going to cover friendships in this activation. Okay, my beloved? So just take a few deep breaths, write down what heaven on earth means, looks like, feels like, sounds like, tastes like for you. And don't limit yourself. It can be a life of travel, a life of luxury, a life of balance, a life of meaning, um, a life of receiving. It can be anything that is true to your heart and soul. Okay? So take a deep breath in, write it down, and we're going to begin. All right. So as you breathe in and out, and as you become clearer and clearer what your version of heaven on earth really means, and another way to put it into words is my dream life, my highest timeline, my highest life experience, being the love of my life, being one with all that is, really experiencing the higher frequencies, the higher realms of existence that are boundless and full of potentiality here on earth, knowing that earth is not separate to the higher realms. And in fact, all of the stuff that exists in our imagination can sometimes be an illusion. So it's about really anchoring your truth at the deepest level beyond needing to escape the physical reality. We want to anchor it into the physical reality. We want you to fully live. We want you to fully live. And what does that look like? To fully be alive. To fully be alive. To have all the money that you need in order to travel. To have the love of your life wake up next to you and offer you a coffee and a kiss and devotion and that freedom to be who you want to be without any inhibitions, without any doubts of self, without zero fear. Really be specific on a physical, tangible level. All right. And go all in, baby. Go all in. Write it all down because we're going to activate that. Now, you don't have to be afraid because we're going to bring it in. And I just want you to know that you're capable. Okay. You are capable. You're totally capable. In fact, you're infinitely capable because just like you learned how to ride a bike, brush your teeth, walk, just like you learned how to drive your car, as if you cannot learn how to live your highest timeline and experience the highest love and the highest relationships. Why wouldn't you be capable of that? You are genuinely whole. So this is your confirmation that you are pure potentiality. You are pure love, and you are already free, and you're already liberated, and everything is available for you despite the limitations that you believe are here in your existence, because those limitations only exist in the mental mind, not in the potentials that are available to you. I had a girlfriend here the other day, and she was mentioning that her schedule is jam-packed. Like it's just one meeting after another meeting after another meeting after another meeting. It's just non-stop, And I suggested to her, why don't you have a little bit more spaciousness and personal boundary so that you can leave room for the divine magic to drop in, to surprise you, to offer you something beyond the planning? And she was like, you know what? You're right. I want the magic to drop in. I want the surprises to come in. I want the unimaginable to sweep me off my feet. You're right. I'll leave some spaciousness for that and trust it wholeheartedly. Trust the unseen, trust the unknown. Um, Embrace the unknown, basically. And that's the first activation, that I want you to recognize that spaciousness is not boring. Spaciousness is your friend. And spaciousness is going to offer you what some might call the void, but really it's a sacred portal and opening to the pure presence and the magnificence that exists in the presence, the synchronicities, the sacred meetings, the things that you couldn't expect. And expecting the unexpected is also an activation. So have spaciousness for the magic to drop in. Have that personal boundary for yourself by honoring yourself deeper, by loving yourself deeper, by devoting your energy and your time to a higher standard for yourself, by having higher standards for yourself and setting those boundaries for yourself, because you're upgrading so often. You deserve to upgrade your standards, and you deserve to upgrade your schedule, and to really allow your schedule to match the vibration that you're currently existing in and the vibration of your becoming. What that means is, who are you becoming? You want the vibration to match your becoming. Now, there's a fine line between being and becoming, because we want to be, but we want to know that you are forever expanding, you are forever evolving, and this is a natural state of being. So within the being, you're becoming, within the becoming, you're being. And so allowing yourself to really embrace that paradox as well. Okay, so drop into your heart, understand your heaven on earth, claim it, own it, decree it, because you are sovereign, you are one with all that is. Create spaciousness, a natural vacuum, a natural void where the magic can drop in at any given point in time. For example, I just met someone yesterday, didn't see it coming. and they were totally aligned with me. They own a spiritual retreat center. And, what are the odds of me being a spiritual practitioner, And I couldn't see that coming. Is because I was present. The spaciousness, the magic, the alignment, the synchronicities, like attracts like. Done, dealio. So create the spaciousness for the magic to drop in and allow yourself to devote yourself to the sacred synchronicity that loves you unconditionally. Okay, so the first activation, I want you to breathe in and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Grounding your energy, feeling relaxed, allowing the divine frequency to move, to activate, to expand, to dissolve any imbalances that are ready to be witnessed and released. The first activation for your heaven on earth expansion is spiritual guardianship, presence, and sacred friendship. Now, we've got plenty more activations coming right now, so feel free to break this up if you need to. As in, digest this in chunks and come back to it, because you will receive more and more codes as you become more and more present, and as you give the time to yourself to really immerse yourself in this experience. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. The gateway to heaven on earth. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to feel the space around you open, softening into the infinite. This is not about seeking. This is about you arriving. And as you breathe, I'd love for you to smile, to activate a beautiful sense of trust and love and connection, as if you're initiating yourself to your next level. Okay? Breathing in, breathing out. So heaven on earth is not something to chase. And this is something that you know already. It's not something to wait for. It is something to embody here and now. So we begin with sovereignty. We step into spiritual guardianship. We open to sacred friendship. And we sink into pure presence. And this is a return to divine truth, a homecoming to the deepest peace. So I want you to, as you breathe in and out and feel what you feel, notice what you notice. I want you to take a moment to feel your own energy, your field, your body, your spirit. And I'm going to download for you on all levels of your being the first activation of your devotion to sovereignty and devotion to self as the foundation, okay? Downloading, feeling. I honor myself as a sovereign being on all levels and dimensions. I am deeply devoted to my own well-being, energy, and truth. I do not abandon myself to fit into others' expectations. I claim my time, my space, my presence as sacred. I am the guardian of my own energy, and I protect my essence with love. And as you receive these downloads, I'm witnessing them enter into your consciousness, your brain, your multidimensional self, and every cell of your being that is receptive to receiving this activation and also affirmation, also decree and command. Because this devotion to self is the first step to experiencing heaven on earth. It is not selfish, it is sacred. And when you guard your own energy, but not from a guard of the human experience of guarding ourselves from love because of fear, but guard from a sacred, royal, regal, self-valuing, self-worth space, because you value yourself at the deepest level, that level of God, being your own guardian, like a guardian angel, right? Being your own guardian angel. When you guard your own energy with love, you move through the world with clarity, and you attract only what is in harmony with your highest self. So really feel into that. Breathe and feel this devotion anchor in. So I want you to just allow yourself to take another deep breath in, because now we're defining heaven on earth and your unique vision. Now, I asked you to already do that, but let's activate a little bit deeper. So have your eyes closed, take a deep breath in at your own pace, and allow your exhale to be lengthy, longer than the inhale. And I want you to feel into this activation. Heaven on earth is not just a concept. It is a lived experience, a state of being. What does heaven on earth feel like for you? And I just want you to feel that. What does it look like, sound like, and taste like? And allow yourself to experience that right here, right now. Reflect, visualize, receive your own clarity. And allow yourself to receive these downloads. I allow myself to get clear on what heaven on earth truly means to me. I release all limitations and open to the highest vision of my life. I am worthy of a life that feels like bliss, love, and ease. Divine ease, from the Creator's perspective and definition of divine ease. I allow myself with beauty, joy, and deep spiritual connection. I align myself with beauty, joy, and deep spiritual connection from the Creator's perspective and definition of beauty, joy, and deep spiritual connection. So breathe and let the vision settle into your being for a moment. Beautiful. So we're going to activate spiritual guardianship now. The power of being seen without projection. Heaven on earth is not meant to be experienced alone. We are meant to be seen, honored, and nurtured in true spiritual connection. Who is in your life that truly sees you? I do. Would you like the download to have that? You know, true trust, inner circle trust, people that truly see you, that you feel safe to have in your inner circle, in your heart, to let them love you without fear of their love, because their love is a reflection of your love too. So to let your love see you, to let you see yourself. Who holds space for your highest self to emerge? Who protects and uplifts your spirit with clarity and truth? Now, don't you allow yourself to be upset if you don't have that, because we're activating it. So it's okay. You know, we are really deep beings. Not everyone is as deep and spiritually, multidimensionally aware. You know, everyone's at different levels, and that's beautiful. That's sacred. So, who is in your life that truly sees you? Who holds space for your higher self to emerge? And who protects and uplifts your spirit with clarity and truth? And we're going to download all of this for you. So, take a deep breath in. I allow myself to be surrounded by those who see my highest self. I attract soul-aligned connections that feel safe, expansive, and truly loving. I am protected by spiritual guardians, those who honor my growth with integrity. I release all connections that drain or distort my truth. I step into a reality where my friendships are sacred, nourishing, and divine. Sacred, nourishing, and divine. And as you receive these downloads and are witnessed in these downloads, spiritual guardianship is a necessary part of ascension. Now, I don't want you to think ascension is this vertical ascending out of the human experience, but ascension is going within the heart space and anchoring that into the present moment. Okay? It's your highest evolution meets your highest potentiality meets the truth of the here and now, and it's the combination and the sacred synergy of all of the above. because you are not meant to carry everything alone. The right souls will see you without projection. They will uplift you, expand you, and hold you in your light and in your shadow. And they won't judge you on the shadow. They'll actually hold the space for you to fall in love with the parts of you that you once believed were not enough or inappropriate or unacceptable or unlovable or too much or too harsh or too little. But in reality, there's gold in your shadow. With pure acceptance and pure love, your shadow holds no shame. Your shadow is brilliant. One man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's shadow is another man's gift. You know, like that thing that you think is not okay about you, for someone else, it really is a virtue. It really is a divine embrace. It's like, let me have that, because I want me some of that, you know? Um and with acceptance you can really feel that truth. With self-acceptance, you will understand it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It holds magic too. Your shadow has magic. It's just that you have the misperception of it being not enough or unlovable or whatever the belief is around that. You know, because again, using the analogy of one man's trash is another man's treasure, is your shadow might be the code that balances someone out, you know, depending on their soul blueprints and their personality and their life experience. I remember that my grandfather was always a very outspoken man and he never cared what anyone thought. And he would just be so straight out and say it how it is. But he was absolutely hilarious and everyone accepted him because he owned who he was so deeply. But, he was really outspoken, but everyone would be like, well, that's him. And they loved him for it. He was truly like the godfather, that kind of personality. Like he was like the godfather. And to someone like me, that quality is very attractive. Like I love that quality because my story that I've released, by the way, is that I was really shy. So for a former shy girl that hid behind people and was afraid of authority figures, but for whatever reason that was, for someone that was scared to speak up and was shy with authority figures, being someone that's straight out and owns their provocative, like primal, raw, edgy nature is really a gift. It's like, give me some of that, you know? It's time that I speak up. It's time that I say it how it is. It's time that I show people who's boss, you know? And it's not from a reactive place. It's just from knowing what you need to balance yourself out and knowing what you need to be your true self, to unleash yourself. No F's given, you know? So let's just take a deep breath in to integrate that for you. Now, the next activation, as you breathe in, breathe out. Sacred friendships. allowing love in all its forms. True friendship is not about perfection. Breathing in, breathing out. It's about being accepted as you are. Where in your life have you hidden parts of yourself? Have you ever dimmed your light or softened your power for others? What parts of you are longing to be loved without judgment? We're going to download, breathing in, breathing out. Feel free to write these down. Feel free to come back to those questions. Feel free to reflect. Pause this if you need to reflect first and then continue, okay? I allow myself to be fully loved exactly as I am. I no longer hide my power, my emotions, or my truth. I welcome friendships that embrace me in my full authenticity from the creator's perspective and definition of full authenticity. I am safe to be bold, expressive, and unapologetically myself. I allow myself to give and receive love in its purest form. Equal give and equal receive simultaneously, and understanding the co-creation and the energetic exchange of that. So I want you to breathe and let love flow through you. You are fully accepted. And this is your activation and initiation in stepping into that vibration and reality. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you breathe and relax deeper and deeper into meditation, we're going to now step into pure presence, the ultimate stillness, and divine flow. So having your eyes closed, breathing in, activating. Beyond all of this, beyond friendships, beyond definitions, beyond vision, there is only presence. What if everything you seek is already here? What if nothing is missing? What if heaven on earth is simply your ability to be fully here, fully now? And to understand it at its deepest level, to experience it at its truest energy, at its truest vibration, at its truest embodiment, at the truest embodiment, at the truest sense. Because the deepest state of peace is when the ego is fully rested. No resistance, no battle within, no chasing, no waiting, no longing. This is the frequency of divine stillness, the frequency where heaven meets earth, the place where you are completely, fully at peace. Are you ready? Close your eyes. Breathe in. all the way to the top of your lungs. Really fill up all your lungs and breathe out. Keep filling up your lungs. Really just open up more capacity to breathe all the way to the top of your lungs, as if the top, middle, and bottom of your lungs are really expanded with breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and out. Downloading. I surrender into the deepest stillness and presence. There is nothing to seek, nothing to fix. I have arrived. I allow my nervous system to relax into absolute peace from the Creator's perspective and definition of absolute peace. I am fully here, fully now, fully at home within myself. Heaven on earth is already within me, and I live it with every breath. So as you receive these downloads, breathe and feel yourself sink into this infinite moment. Let go of time. Let go of the mind. Because now you are home, you are whole, and you are heaven on earth. You are heaven on earth. So as you breathe in and out, and allow yourself to feel these downloads unlock you deeper into the truth of your being, the truth of your sovereign being, the here and now that is heaven, because you are heaven. We're going to continue with this activation in understanding the void, trusting the unseen, and surrendering to the highest love. The highest of the highest